Now my 32 principles. The first of these is the principle of war. To always be fighting against anything that I already think is true or that is proposed to me as something that I should think is true, that I should onboard, particularly from someone who has an ambition to win me over. I'm curious about such things. I love to engage such people. But if you have something that you want me to believe, you're going to need to make a good case. Likewise, if I have something that I want to believe myself or want to continue to believe, I need to make or sustain a good case. It goes both ways. In fact, the war is more inward than outward because I have more occasion to suffer my own beliefs and ideas to scrutiny than anyone else's, because it's not very often that anyone comes with me proffering their beliefs. I did have a Christian come to me about a month ago, and you know how sometimes they do, right? Just come in because it's their mission, right, to proselytize, and ask me if I knew Jesus. This was at work, and asked me if I knew Jesus, and I said that I studied the Bible, and that I certainly attempted to know Jesus. You know, everything from prayer, asking Jesus into my heart sincerely, not in a disingenuous manner, as sincerely as I can muster. Right? You know, I can't get around the fact that I'm a skeptic. That's the way. If God made me, that's the way God made me. So I have sincerely multiple times asked to know God. I've prayed repeatedly over the years. I was a Christian for a while in my teenage years, and then I stopped being a Christian around age 16 when I realized that I didn't have any good reason to believe it. And I've been a skeptic ever since, and an atheist ever since. But I've been always ever curious. I've been curious about all the religions. But the main one, of course, is the Christian religion in my society. So that's the one I encounter most. So when that man asked me, do I know Jesus? I said, well, I did. I don't anymore. But I continue to try. I read the Bible every day. I prayed. I thought about it. I think about it every day. I sincerely and genuinely engage with Christians that reach out to me. And I continue the effort. But to date, just emptiness. So and then I even mentioned to him that I've even written a book on the subject. Freeway Bible Study is the book, A Skeptic's Guide Through Genesis and Exodus. And he was curious about that. And he asked if he could continue talking with me. I said yes. No, I didn't push anything on him. I didn't even tell him anything more about anything. I just continue. We don't work together on the same project, so we have no reason to really get together. But the next week he came to me and he said, is your book called Freeway Bible Study? He had looked it up on Amazon. I said, yes, that's it. And we didn't talk any more than that. And then, actually I did say, I'll bring you a copy. And he said, oh, thank you. So I did bring him a copy. I left it on his desk, and he later came and thanked me for it. And he said he was going to read it. He offered to pay for it. I said, don't worry about it. Haven't heard from him since. I look forward to that. So that's an example of someone that wants me to buy into their worldview. Has a message for me, good news as he would describe it. But to do that, I will ask him to exercise his belief through the same gauntlet of scrutiny that I send any of my own beliefs, right? Tell me what you believe, and then tell me why you believe it. If you've got good reasons for your belief, and they seem sound and reasonable, objective, honest, reasonable, then I'll probably believe you. If the reasons for your belief appear to me to be unsound, things like credulity, an overwillingness to believe, resting your belief on faith, which is nothing more than a craven desire to believe, such that we use the wish for belief as the basis for the belief, which is a circular thing, right? Belief resting on the fact of belief. If you base your belief on the great train of tradition, the dogma, the canon of some literary achievement, or the shaking sands, the shifting sands, the unstable sands, that's a better one, of things like prophecy, or miracles, or personal revelation, or individual testimony. None of these things are very sound. Most of them are very tenuous at best. And as the philosopher once said, was it Kant? That testimony, though convincing to you, is hearsay to everybody else. If those, and the last one is authority. If you rest your belief on authority, on the conviction, or the charisma, or the eloquence, or even the sophistry of a seeming wise speaker, these are not good reasons either. Then I'll thank you for your time. I'll wish you all the best, and I'll move on my way. That is the mandate of being a reasonable human being. That is the requirement of being someone who takes truth seriously and doesn't just seek to apply a covering to the hurt of our uncertainty, to the uneasiness of our doubt, and to find some soothing creed or belief that we can then swear allegiance to get us through the rest of our days. I would rather go without than to go forth on such unstable grounds.